Hello, this is Dr. Don, and I would like to show you how to get started with the Rocket Math online game. First, go to our website, Math.com, our homepage, go to Login Central, and in this case, choose Online Game Admin. Brings you to the login page. You log in with your email, and your password. So fill out your password and you log in. This takes you to the dashboard, and what will pop up first is a form to add assigned student logins. But before you do that, instead of doing that directly, you want to assign this to teachers. So close this out and add teacher manager. See this button right here on your dashboard? Click on Add Teacher Manager, and you get a pop-up that allows you to put in the name of each of as many teachers as you'd like to assign students to. So Susan Sarandon, S. Sarandon, so you put in their first name, last name, and email address, and then assign them a temporary password. And click on as many as you want to do, 1, 2, 3, or 4, however many you want to try it, and that will set those up. So you'll have teacher managers. If you close out of that, you'll see in your teacher manager page, you'll see your teacher manager listed, or as many as you have. If you don't want to type them all in individually, you can use a CSV file. You can import your teachers from CSV. You click on that. You click on the template, which is what you have to use. Double click on that template to open it up. And you have to enable editing. And then you put in first name, last name, email address, and passwords for all of those. Save that file as comma delimited, CSV, comma delimited, right there in the center, that file type. And then you go back to here and choose that file and import, and you can do them that way. You have to click parse and then import. But that's another way to get your teachers in there. Now, once you have teacher managers set up, they will automatically get an email. So I'll show you what that looks like. Here's an email that you sent to Susan Sarandon, and it tells her that she's a Rocket Math online game teacher manager, where she goes to log in, what her password is that you created for her, and help and FAQs page where she can learn how to do things. So if Susan clicks on that, it will take her to the online game login, and she uses her email address and the passcode you gave her to log in. First time she logs in, she has to reset the password. We don't really care what is it. She can use the same thing again, but she has to reset her password. And then it's reset, and she's ready to go. So that takes her to her dashboard, shows the seats available in your school and the number of seats assigned. And what she has to do is click on Assign Student Logins, what every teacher has to do. They click on Assign Student Logins, and this login pops up. The do-it-yourself student logins, which is what we've had up till now, all we've had. And this we'll do 30 at a time. You can make up a username, make up a passcode, and then select a learning track for each student. Right now there are 16 different learning tracks going from addition to fraction and decimal equivalents. You can set those up. However, we have an easier way to do this now, which is to auto-create. So your teacher can go to the auto-create student logins page. Looks like this, has this turquoise top here. And first question is, how many usernames and passcodes do you want us to create for you? So any number up to 30 at a time that can be put in. Let's just say Susan has 24 students in her account. So she puts 24 in there, clicks on create usernames and passcodes, and they are immediately created. There's a 3-letter username and a 3-number passcode for each student. Then she can select learning tracks individually for each student, or she can do everybody in the class the same. So she could just go to select learning track for all, and let's say she wanted to put them all in beginning multiplication, so she puts them there, and then she clicks on the green button to assign student logins to the 24 seats that she's going to use out of your school's system. So that's set up, takes her back to her dashboard. She can see these are the 24 seats she assigned. There's more available there in the school. All the students are listed, their username, their passcode, and the account number. Each school has a different account number, but the students have to enter that when they are logging in to use the game. Now, these are strange little usernames, so how are you going to remember them? And that is this button here, to export the students. So once she set them up, she can click on this to export it. They come down, a little file comes down here into your browser. You open that up, and of course you always have to enable editing. And then you see here are the usernames and the passcodes, the 24 that have been set up for her. And she can export this file or save it on her computer, and then just simply type in the name she wants to assign to each of these. So the names can be typed in there, and that way Susan, your teacher, will have the information on who the students are that go with these usernames, and we won't at Rocket Math, as we don't want any personally identifiable information. We don't want to be responsible for that. So that's how you go about getting started. And so you can set up as many teachers as you want. Each of them can individually do this process, which takes just a couple of minutes, and then the students will be ready to log in. And I guess I should show you that just quickly to see how that works. So let's see, I'm going to use this one. And so here's this first student, APX616-2502. So that student goes to play.rocketmath.com, and they enter in like this. Their username, APX, the passcode 616, and the account number 2502, and they click login. Remember, Susan set everybody up to multiplication, so that's what they're going to do first. Click on multiplication, they can begin. They can take off and start playing the game. And here it is. This is just exactly what they do. And so on. And then they can log back out again.
You got to be faster. Wait, listen for the answer.
So that's how to get started with Rocket Math. Just take you a few minutes and you'll be off and running. You'll be amazed at how much kids are going to learn through this process. Thank you.